Right. Today's practical exam should be quite simple. You'll be repotting the Ditney in front of you and choosing the correct new growing medium. Points will be given for both speed and accuracy.
Ready.
Ready, Professor.
Excellent. All right. Begin. My poor plants. Who did this? No one answers? In that case, detention. All of...
All of us? But we didn't do anything. It was all Cassandra.
Do you have any proof?
No.
Well then, detention. Whoever was responsible will have to think long and hard about, and the rest of you can think on being more careful around living things. Class dismissed.
I just don't understand her. Some days she's so mean. Other days she's almost nice. But this was a step too far.
The worst? You really think she's bad?
Well, yeah.
You can't prove it was her, Daniel. And besides, she's not nearly as bad as some of the bullies in my year.
Who are they?
Slytherins. They made my life a nightmare.
What did they do?
Too much to say, but I shouldn't gossip. And I have to get these plants repotted before their roots dry. On with you, get to your next class.
Who do you think those Slytherins were? I don't know. But if they were worse than Cassandra, I almost don't want to find... It's not fair. We shouldn't be in here. This was all... You heard Professor Longbottom. We don't need proof. Why would we hide a tentacular in our own... We know it was Cassandra. It's always her. Besides, you know how much... Oh, I know. I've heard her talking to her plants like their pet. Then again, I've heard you talking to your potions the same way.
What's this? Students making merry?
We weren't having fun. Don't worry about that.
Maybe an extra 2 hours of polishing would do it. And then you can clean the toilets.
What? No, that's not fair. We're almost done with all the trophies.
Don't look like it to me. Detention ain't like the old days. Wouldn't see no kids laughing when they're hanging by their toes in the dungeons. Nope, not like the old days at all. Shame, really. Thought we turned a corner with the inquisitorial squad.
The what?
Inquisitorial squad. Head Mistress Umbridge's brilliant idea. Now she had vision. Knew that students needed to be put in their place.
What did the Inquisitorial Squad do?
Kept other students in check. Important to have a man on the inside. Mostly Slytherins, including 3 of the best this school has ever seen. Enough talking. Back to work, or it's scrubbing the dungeons for the 2 of you.
I wonder if those are the same Slytherins Professor Longbottom was talking about.
It wouldn't surprise me. I'm just glad they're not at school anymore.
Same here. But aren't you just a little curious? A group that notorious, even now they're still talked about?
Yeah, for being cruel.
Still, I think we should do some research to find out who they were. And I think I know right where to check.
You do?
Filch mentioned an Umbridge. I bet she'd know more.
Well then, looks like we'll have to find out more about her. I don't get it. She was a headmaster, right? So why isn't her portrait anywhere?
It doesn't make any sense. It's like they've erased all memory of her.
Hello, you two. What are you doing in the holes in this hour? It's nearly bedtime.
We were searching for Professor Umbridge's portrait, but can't find a thing. Did you know her?
Why would you be researching her?
We were trying to find out more about those bullies you mentioned. Filch mentioned Umbridge's Inquisitorial Squad. We figured it might be the same group, but we can't find note of them anywhere.
For good reason. That was a dark time in Hogwarts history.
What happened? Those Slytherins sound like real nasty characters.
They were. 3 of them. Draco Malfoy, Vincent Crabbe, and Gregory Goyle. They stalk these halls like they own the place. Biggest bullies I've ever seen. Never saw one without the others. On their own, they weren't particularly terrible. But together...
Firebolt. Incendio.
I won't. For all who fight against evil.
Atmosphere charge. Expulso.
You cheated! Wow, they sound worse than Cassandra.
Cassandra might have a few sharp edges, but Malfoy and his gang were nothing but malice and spite. Even sided with you-know-who during the Battle of Hogwarts. At least, at first.
No way. I can't believe anyone at Hogwarts would side with him.
Like I said, dark days. But even Malfoy came around in the end. He sided with Harry Potter and his allies.
He redeemed himself? Really?
Really. Even the worst bullies have something to make them human. Remember that. Now, off to bed with you. Trust me, you do not want a second detention with Filch.
Well, I guess that's one mystery solved.
Even if Malfoy turned to good at the end, I think I'm glad he and his friends aren't at Hogwarts anymore. I'll take Cassandra and her snark any day over them.